Prior to filling your vehicle or truck with any brake fluid, just stop there, because your braking system can be silently destroyed by using the incorrect brake fluid long before a warning light appears. In actuality, brake systems hardly ever warn you before they fail. Your dashboard doesn't have any flashing alerts, loud noises, or overt odors. The actual result is much more terrifying. The brake pedal gradually softens. The stopping distance is progressively increased. Every week, brake fade gets worse. And then one day your pedal sinks to the ground, generally in a panic stop, on a slope, or during traffic, and your vehicle doesn't react. 3.4. Why boiling points are more important than you would imagine, and the risky errors that millions of drivers unintentionally make each year while adding more brake fluid. In order to prevent brake fade on mountain roads, this video could literally save your life by preventing complete braking failure on highways and shielding your ABS system from damage worth thousands of dollars. Now let's get started. What brake fluid actually does and why it's essential crucial. Brake fluid is more than just fluid. It is among the most important engineering parts of your car. Brake fluid powers the hydraulic pressure that travels via rubber hoses, valves, ABS modules, and thin steel lines each time you depress the brake pedal. Extreme heat, extreme pressure, moisture contamination, rapid braking pulses, and repeated high-speed stops are all conditions that this fluid must withstand. In contrast to coolant, which has a large reservoir, or engine oil, which has a filter and pump, brake fluid operates in a high-pressure, completely sealed hydraulic chamber. And if anything undermines that fluid, moisture, heat, dirt, or chemical breakdown, your braking power falls. The distinction between DOT-3 and DOT-4 becomes crucial at this point. DOT-3, quick, efficient, yet restricted. The older standard is DOT-3 brake fluid, which has been used in millions of cars for many years. It possesses a dry boiling point of about 205 degrees Celsius, which is determined when the fluid has no moisture and is brand new. A wet boiling point of approximately 140 to 150 degrees Celsius, which is determined after the fluid has naturally absorbed 3.7% moisture over time. Driving in a typical city, light, compact automobiles, older cars without traction control or ABS, short excursions with light brake loads. However, DOT-3's rapid moisture absorption is a significant flaw that restricts its effectiveness. Rubber hoses and seals are not completely impervious to moisture, even if your brake system is sealed. They absorb humidity from the surrounding air by breathing a little, which is inevitable in hot, humid areas. Additionally, DOT-3 weakens as it absorbs more moisture. In a DOT-3 system, moisture can do two very harmful things. One, it significantly reduces the boiling point. Heat that was previously manageable for DOT-3 now poses a risk. The temperature can approach the fluid's new lowered boiling point with even mild braking. Two, it leads to internal corrosion of ABS components and steel brake lines. In addition to impairing performance, water inside a braking system actually erodes the metal from the inside, weakening the system as a whole. Now consider a scenario from the actual world. You're traveling down a highway exit ramp. The pace of traffic is decreasing. You apply a little more force to the brake pedal. When you brake hard, your brake rotors heat up quickly, reaching 500 degrees Celsius or higher. The brake pads, calipers, and brake fluid are all affected by this extreme heat. Your DOT-3 fluid may already have a dangerously low boiling point if it is older or has absorbed even a tiny bit of moisture. DOT-3 starts to boil when it reaches a certain temperature, creating vapor bubbles inside the brake lines. Additionally, vapor cannot transfer hydraulic pressure like liquid can. Vapor lock, one of the scariest and riskiest situations for any driver, happens at this point. Suddenly, the brake pedal feels soft, then it descends further and further down until it strikes the ground with virtually no resistance. There's no pressure, no authority to stop, no authority. DOT-3 failed because it wasn't made for current heat levels, ABS pulses, or severe braking situations, not because the fluid was defective. Because of this, DOT-3 becomes a significant constraint in today's high-temperature, high-pressure braking settings, even though it is still effective for older cars. For this reason, DOT3 should never be applied to SUVs or large trucks, towing vehicles, driving in the mountains, hot weather, rapid braking ABS devices. DOT3 is only limited. It's not a terrible thing. DOT4, more up-to-date, robust, and heat-resistant DOT4. Brake fluid is designed for contemporary automobiles and severe braking situations. It possesses 230 degrees Celsius is the dry boiling point. 155 to 160 degrees Celsius is the wet boiling point. Additionally, it has borate ester additives, which significantly improve pressure control, moisture stability, and heat resistance. DOT4 is ideal for heavy SUVs and trucks, vehicles with ABS and high-speed brakes. Driving in hot weather, long downhill braking, emergency braking, and performance or spirited driving. Brake fluid experiences high heat cycles, quick pressure spikes, and micro-boiling while braking quickly, particularly when ABS is activated. All of this is handled by DOT4. Where heat causes DOT3 to collapse, DOT4 maintains consistency, stability, and predictability. DOT4 is about safety under pressure, not luxury. Why boiling points are more important than drivers understand. Your brake rotors can reach 600 degrees Celsius from a single hard stop at 120 kilometers per hour, and your braking fluid instantly absorbs each and every one of those degrees. Boiling is not necessary for the fluid to lose its effectiveness. Even as it approaches, the fluid softens, more porous, less receptive, greater compressibility. This gradual but hazardous loss of stopping strength is known as brake fade. You have a significant safety margin thanks to DOT4's greater boiling point. DOT3, it rapidly begins to struggle. In situations like mountain descending, towing trailers, braking during rush hour, heavy vehicle loads, emergency stops, and summer heat, this distinction becomes crucial. DOT4 endures where DOT3 fails. Moisture absorption, extended. The silent killer, DOT3 and DOT4, both extract moisture from the atmosphere. However, DOT3 absorbs it far more quickly. The boiling point of DOT3 can be lowered by more than 70 to 80 degrees Celsius with just 3% water. Spongy pedals rust inside brake lines, internal ABS corrosion, seal expansion and failure, sticking calipers, and total hydraulic collapse are all caused by moisture. Because of this, brake fluid changes are required rather than discretionary. Why ABS systems benefit from DOT4? Expanded. Brake pressure is quickly modulated by ABS systems at a rate of 15 to 20 times per second. This results in the process of microboiling pulses of high pressure, heat spikes, cycles of aeration. This is too much for DOT3 to handle consistently. The chemistry of DOT4 prevents the creation of vapor, maintains steady pressure and safeguards rubber seals, manages abrupt temperature changes, preserves viscosity under rapid ABS pulsing. For this reason, DOT4 is advised by nearly all contemporary manufacturers. Chemical variations that really impact safety: extended DOT3, glycol base, simple corrosion inhibitors, DOT4, borate ester plus glycol, advanced inhibitors of corrosion, stabilizers of heat compounds that act as moisture buffers, additives for pressure control, higher boiling point, longer ABS pump life, slower moisture absorption, improved pressure response, more reliable braking, and reduced internal corrosion are the outcomes of this. Only older hydraulic systems can use DOT3. DOT4 was designed with contemporary technology in mind. Reasons not to combine. DOT3 and DOT4 extended. Their strength is not blended by mixing them. It ruins it. Combining causes chemical imbalance, formation of sludge, acceleration of corrosion, weakening of the brake line, stress on ABS pumps, unpredictable boiling behavior, unpredictable brake feel, risky brake fade. The entire system needs to be cleansed right away if it is accidentally mixed. There are no exceptions. How frequently should brake fluid be changed? Prolonged. Brake systems fail early because most drivers never replace the brake fluid. The proper interval is as follows: every 2 years for DOT3, every 2 to 3 years for DOT4, every 1 to 2 years for performance DOT4, and every 12 months for mountain driving and towing. Spongy brakes, ABS pump burnout, rusted brake lines, early caliper failure, extended stopping distance, complete failure of the brakes in heat. Although a brake fluid flush is inexpensive, neglecting it can ruin a complete braking system. Which one is best for you? Improved and extended. To put it simply, if your car is recommended for DOT4, you should always use DOT4. If you have traction control, stability control, or ABS, you should use DOT4. If you live in hot regions, drive in mountains, or tow, you should use DOT4. If you have an older, lighter car without ABS, you should use DOT3. However, you should never go from DOT4 to DOT3. Your braking safety is immediately decreased as a result. It is usually safe to upgrade from DOT3 to DOT4, but always refer to your owner's handbook. Selecting the appropriate brake fluid is not difficult. However, ignoring it could have disastrous results. Despite having the same appearance, DOT3 and DOT4 differ greatly in terms of performance, safety margin, boiling points, and chemical stability. The most crucial safety feature in your car is its brake system. Every time you press the pedal, it must function flawlessly. Therefore, see your owner's handbook. Make use of the appropriate brake fluid. Regularly flush it. Additionally, maintain the maximum level of safety for your braking system. Please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell symbol if this video helps you understand which brake fluid is best for your car or truck, so you don't miss our next in-depth automotive breakdown. Be careful when driving. Keep yourself safe. Additionally, maintain your brakes.